The town of Madison was known for its peace, but one fateful autumn, a strange and sinister entity arrived. It began with the children. They would wake up screaming, claiming to have seen a pair of glowing red eyes under their beds. The people dismissed it as nightmares, but the terror in the children's eyes said otherwise. One by one, the children began to disappear. Each night, a different bed would be found empty, the sheets cold, and the air filled with an unnatural chill. The people were gripped by fear, whispering about the demon under the bed. Eliza, a young mother, couldn't shake the feeling of dread as she tucked her daughter, Lily, into bed. She tried to reassure her daughter, but the look of terror in Lily's eyes made her heart race. That night, Eliza stayed awake, determined to protect her child. As the clock struck midnight, she heard it, the soft, chilling whisper from beneath the bed. "Close your eyes," it beckoned. With trembling hands, Eliza stayed awake, eyes wide open. But exhaustion overcame her and her eyes fluttered shut. Immediately, she felt a cold, clammy hand brush against her foot. She screamed, and when she opened her eyes, Lily was gone. Eliza's frantic cries woke the town. Elders gathered in the square, desperate to understand the horror that had befallen them. Old Man Garrett spoke of a legend, an ancient demon that fed on fear and innocence, moving from one town to another, consuming its inhabitants when they closed their eyes and coming for anyone who dared to open them afterward. The only way to stop it is to confront it, Garrett said. Determined to save what was left of Madison, a group of people led by Eliza and Garrett decided to confront the demon. That night, they gathered in Eliza's home, armed with bravery and a faint hope. As midnight approached, the air grew cold and a thick fog enveloped the town. Suddenly, the whispering began.
"Close your eyes down,"
it taunted. Eliza, fueled by grief and rage, forced herself to stay awake. The sight was horrifying. The demon was a mass of darkness, with limbs that stretched unnaturally and eyes that burned with malevolent glee. As the others joined her, their deepest fears manifested, and the demon grew stronger, feeding on their terror. Realizing they were losing, Garrett ran away while shouting, "We must not fear!" The people fought to control their fear. The demon, sensing it, let out a guttural roar and vanished into the shadows. The fog lifted, but the town was eerily silent. Those who survived knew their time was limited. "We must warn the next town," Eliza urged. "The demon will move on, and they must be prepared." Eliza and a small group of survivors packed their belongings and set out to warn the neighboring town of Ravenswood. They traveled through the night, haunted by the memories of their loved ones. When they arrived, they were met with skepticism and treated like fools. But as night fell and the first whispers began, the people of Ravenswood realized too late that the horror was real. The demon, having fed on Madison, was stronger and more ravenous. As the demon began its reign of terror in Ravenswood, Eliza decided to make a final stand. They gathered the people, teaching them to face their fears. In a desperate move, they recited an ancient incantation they had found in the town archives. The demon shrieked, its form flickering as it struggled against the power of the words. But their combined efforts were not enough. One by one, those who dared to keep their eyes open were consumed by the demon's wrath. Eliza was the last to fall, his voice fading into silence as the demon devoured her. The towns of Madison and Ravenswood were no more. The streets lay empty, homes abandoned, and an eerie silence pervaded the air. The demon had consumed every soul, leaving behind only the faintest echoes of its victims' screams. As you prepare to sleep tonight, remember the tale of Madison and Ravenswood. When you close your eyes, do not open them, no matter what you hear. The demon could be anywhere now, lurking under any bed, waiting for the moment you open your eyes.